Good morning, Saturday morning. We are on the way to the famous Porte de Vanves flea market. It's about 6:40 a.m. waiting for a bus. Just stopped raining. Probably get there in about 20 minutes. Rainy morning at Porte de Vanves, Saturday morning. We're on the way to check out what's for sale. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. I think because of the rain a lot of people didn't show up, but there's still the regulars are going to be here. So I see already the trucks, they're already aligned, ready to open. It's supposed to stop raining at 7, so it's already pretty good. Hopefully we can find something. Hein?
Délit gratuit au bon débarras.
Mais c'est comme ça, malheureusement. Moi, le dernier,
Ah, vas-y.
Très original.
Très original.
Je dis pas plus. Laisse-moi.
Tu vas
Tu vas me dire tout le plaisir ce soir. Je suis dégoûté, je ne pourrai pas aller. Toi, tu vas aller à Lille, tu vas t'éclater.
Je vais aller avec Rico.
Hein?
Je vais aller avec Rico.
Toi?
Ouais.
Bah oui.
Je vais aller avec Rico.
Bah oui.
Pas m'emmerder.
Après, c'est ça. Vous allez passer un bon temps, c'est être sympa. Sauf que sauf s'il me dit, bah, je commence quand? Bah, commencer le 3.
Oh mais on peut pas y aller à 3, non?
Non, à 3 non.
À 3 on peut pas y aller?
Non, mais si je commence le 3, supposons, bah, je vais avec toi.
Ouais.
Voilà. Bah, on sait jamais. Ça peut effectivement commencer à la rentrée, quoi.
Ouais. This is an exciting one today. Porte de Vanves was amazing. I got there early. I got a lot of things today, as you can see. I'm gonna go over it. It's just amazing. Sometimes you just walk into Porte de Vanves and you don't know what you're gonna find. I mean, this is the idea of a flea market. You don't have a very precise idea of what you want to get, but today just things were just coming and I was just exciting to see these things, and I'm so happy to share it with you. I'm going to start with the smallest items and I'm going to move to the most amazing stuff I found, which is this deck of Grand Etteilla, which is like the Tarot de Marseille. It's for divination. It's as we say in France, cartomancy. It's a 1860, 1890 deck of cards. But anyway, let's start with the small items and then move on to the next one. So I wanted to start with just simple stuff. And here, as you can see, these are little Opinel knives. Opinel is a very popular brand in France. When I see little knives like this, I always get them. They make great gifts. This one, I'm not sure of the number, but you have the name Opinel here. Little patina. You can lock the blade by twisting this here to protect your fingers. Great little finds. I just keep them with me, and sometimes I carry enough, or I simply offer them as gifts for your cheese when you go out for a picnic, or just to have a knife handy in your pocket. Those are perfect. They're small, perfect knives. Next, this, it's pretty old. I would say maybe 30s, or maybe between the two world wars. You can see the shape of this knife is curved. A little paint over here. This, we use this in France for mushrooms picking. When you go to the forest and you have to collect mushrooms, you want to leave the bottom of the stem in the dirt. This one is for knife picking. Very original. Doesn't have any marking on it. It's just I like the shape. It's different. Here is our mushroom knife. I call it a mushroom knife. I'm not sure how else you want to name it. All right. So I had 3 knives. The next thing I found is these. I mean, a few. I found a lot actually. I found 5 of them. These are Bakelite containers, and I suspect these were made to store 36mm films. You have a sign here that says made in France, or yeah, made in France. This side is curved, so I cannot really leave it like this, but this side works. I can use it for anything, store little things in there, but I just like little containers, and especially if they're antique. This is a perfect find. 5 of them, same idea, Bakelite. It's rare to come across. I like to buy the Bakelite, and same thing, it's a great gift. On to the next things I found. This is a lot of buttons, old vintage buttons. Some small ones, some big ones, but I like the fact that they're complete, they're on the plate. Nouveauté de Paris. They're just full. A lot of good designs. Une touche chic. La mode est reine. Fashion is king. Vive la mode. Mode de Paris. Dernière création à la mode. The latest creation in fashion. These are great finds. Now, if you are into sewing or even repairing some vintage clothing, this is what you want to look for. It's nice old vintage buttons. Now move on to the next one. Next one is a little different. I mean, it's in the same family, but what I've got is these boxes. I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 10 boxes of vintage thread. Coton perlé, brillanté, à la croix, Cartier-Bresson, Paris. This is a number 194, and you've got a bunch of threads, 19th century threads. I just love the fact that it's still in its box and in really good shape. So same thing, if you are into sewing and looking for something vintage, this is a great find. So this second one was number 238, and now we move on to number 168. 168, nice purple shape. Number 189, another shade of purple. So I'm going to try to put everything on the website. If you don't see it there, you can just email me or leave me a comment, and I will let you know what I'm doing with it, or if somebody already purchased it. Number 200, another shade of purple, lighter this time. Here is number 5, number 90. These are absolutely amazing, great picks. This is number 163. 163. Green. Number 172. Number 172. Some kind of yellow brownish thread. So I don't know if you want to use it for sashiko, for embroidery. Number 167. These are some shade of yellow orange. And I have some loose pieces. Reds. Pink. Some beige ones. So this completes the set. I have about 10-12 boxes of it. Now on to the next. Like I told you, I found so much stuff today. It's just amazing. This is a box. It says Solila on it. It's metal. And when you open it, it's actually a tool dispenser for a jeweler. The base is in wood. You have all sorts of bits, probably, you know, not usable anymore, but I left it on there to show you how it works. But if you want to pick a tool for your Dremel or something, a tool that spins, you know, little bits, you can just spin it, look for your tool, grab it. This is a really neat find. It's vintage. It's really nice. I'm not sure the production. Maybe English? Yeah, I think it's London. I think it's made in London. So if you guys have any information about this, I'll be, really happy to learn more about this. Is it for jeweler? I think it's for jeweler. Somebody told me it might be for dentist, but I doubt it's for dentist. It's probably for jewelers. All right, let's move on to the next find. The next find is a book, and the book is actually pretty interesting. It's called Adventure of Remarkable Marines. And if you flip through the page, it's an 1821 book, and the book it's about shipwrecks and people surviving at sea. Different stories on how people cast away or people who survive shipwreck spend their days surviving, looking for food. And I have to say the stories are just unbelievable and breathtaking. People boiling their leather in water to soften them and eat them. People eating the stuff they were supposed to bring to the port to survive. People being enslaved in the places they survived, where the ship went down. It's just amazing, amazing stories. So same thing, it does have an ex libris here. I love this book. This is amazing. 1821. It's a collection of stories since 15th century till 1821. You have a few engravings inside. I didn't mark them, so I'm not sure if I'm going to find more at this point. No, I don't know where they are. But anyway, great find. Now let's move to the next book I found. This is actually 2 volumes, and this is the story of Incas and the destruction of the Empire of Peru. 1810, written by M. Marmontel, Les Incas ou la destruction de l'Empire du Pérou. Historian of France, one of the 40 members of the French Academy. So I have the first tome and the second tome. I have it, it's complete. If I go here, it says end. On this one, it says, on the first one, it says end of the first volume. So when you reach to the end of the second volume, it says just end. So this is complete. What is amazing is the first tome comes with an entire map that is in the book. Mer du Sud, carte du Pérou avec une partie des pays qui en sont à l'est. Amazing find. Makes me feel like an explorer when I have this book in my hands and I read about it. Makes me feel like almost like an Indiana Jones. Tome number 2, same thing, beginning of the book. The original map is in there. And here we have it. Partie méridionale de l'ancien Mexique ou de la Nouvelle-Espagne. It's just amazing to find an 1810 book with the map in good shape. It's just amazing. All right, so we went over the books, we went over the threads, and now let's talk about the Grand Etteilla, because this is definitely the best thing I found, the best item I found today. The Grand Etteilla, spelled Etteilla, is actually the reverse of the last name of the person who created this game. His name was Aliette. I think it's more like Aliette. And this game was created around the I think it's like right after the French Revolution, and it became very popular in France. So I'm not going to flip through the entire game over here, but I'm going to go to another station and I'm actually going to go over each cards. You have the major arcana. I'm just going to show you the major arcana for now. The vendor who sold it to me claimed this belonged to a medium in Paris, and he was supposed to 22. He was supposed to empty the house or the apartment. I'm not sure. And he found this game at the place he was liquidating. I bought this game and right away I protected it in plastic sleeves. You can see the back. You can tell that definitely this game was used. It was not just left somewhere in a drawer. It was well used and definitely somebody used it maybe to tell the future or answer questions people came to ask. So I'm going to go over to a different station and I'm going to show you every single card on its own, so you can have an idea of what this game is about. But about 1890. So I don't have a box for it, unfortunately. The boxes are usually messed up anyway, so. But maybe I'll try to make one to protect this game because it's really worth it. This is a really, really unbelievable find, rare find. This game is just amazing. It feels almost like this deck is is charged. You can feel it when you actually touch it. There's the feeling that, you know, you're not the... Something is going on with this game. Something special. So I'm respecting it. I'm just really happy to have come across this type of game. 78 cards, all complete. Found this morning. And I'm moving to the other station to show you the photos. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this video.